All right, so we're sort of at the end of the line here. The rock you see behind me is actually in the footwall of the forelandmost, the outermost thrust structure in the Appalachian Valley and Ridge, and the vertical to actually slightly overturned dip you see here is actually overturned in the footwall of a big thrust fault that, were we to restore all the rock here, would probably be a couple hundred meters above where we're standing now. This is Mississippian aged rock. It's the youngest rock that we've looked at today, and most significantly in terms of the architecture of where we've traveled, this rock is the least buried. It would only have been buried about 5 or so kilometers when it was experiencing its maximum burial. And also the fact that we're here sort of at the outermost edge of deformation within the Appalachians, we're going to see a lot less small-scale structure and certainly no deformation structures like we saw in the Blue Ridge Metamorphic Rock or in the slate-grade rocks back towards Blacksburg. A lot of the burial history of this unit and the other units that we've looked at has actually been interpreted by looking at coal that is present in some of these sedimentary sections. Vitronite reflectance studies have given us those burial estimates, but even without that vitronite data, you can simply look at the appearance of the rock and the presence or absence of finer scale structures, whether or not there's any obvious micro-recrystallization, and sort of read that burial history out of these outcrops. And then if you look at where we've traveled on a map, which you should be seeing popping up in the corners of these videos, it's possible to sort of visualize the thrust assembly in sort of a telescoping of what was once a very broad continental margin sedimentary section, taking that, shortening it, thickening it profoundly, and bringing together rock types that have very different burial and thermal histories and stacking them up in much closer proximity. So this is where we'll stop here today. If we went just a few hundred meters further to the northwest, we would pass out of this overturned zone and into what is predominantly flat-lying bedding of what we call the Appalachian Plateau, again for a few hundred kilometers further to the northwest.